If you have a side hustle, working on these different gig apps, what's one thing that they all have in common? It's that they're using your phone for the actual business, right? The platform is sending you requests, etc. And since doing this since 2015, there is one accessory that I recommend, you know what it is, right? For efficiency and saving you headaches, literally juggling your phone. That is, of course, as you know, a phone holder. So in this video, I have 3 of Amazon's most popular, Amazon's choice products, and or the most highly rated. And I've used them for a couple of weeks now. And in this video, I'm going to go through these and give you my verdict. So you need to be looking at this again, so you're not just holding your phone while you're driving. And frankly, if you just drive a vehicle in general and you're using your phone, let's say for GPS, this video is for you. So these are the models that I chose for this video. Number 1, from a popular company, I use their floor mats. Let me know in the comments if you do as well. It is, of course, WeatherTech, and we're going to look at their WeatherTech Cupfone. Nextly, a phone with 10,000 reviews at a fair price, the iOttie phone holder. And then third, one of the most popular phone holders that I've seen with an astounding 83,000 reviews, the Beam Electronics phone holder. So we're looking at these products based on 3 judging criteria. Number 1, functionality. Obviously, just straight up, does this thing work? Number 2, since you're spending your money on this, durability. How long is this gonna last? And quality, right? And then number 3, since you're again spending your money, the value. Is it worth it for everything that it does combined with the durability? So number 1, let's look at this one, the WeatherTech Cupfone. So we can see here the premise of this, pretty easy. We have different cup sizes fitting in, of course, the cup holders in your vehicle. And we have 2 hinges to adjust the angles and the width of the actual holding mechanism here. And let's talk about functionality. So talking about functionality, right? It's sitting down in the cup holder. It is a little bit lower. I'm not a fan of that. Now, just straight talking about, does it hold the phone? Yes, it's fine there. Does a great job. You can adjust different widths of the phone depending on make and model, of course, and we can adjust the angle. No problems there. But the point of viewing angle, I'm really not a fan of. This isn't, let's say, a vent mount. This isn't a dash mount or a windshield mount. It's much lower, making it a lot harder with the point of view looking down at your phone. And for that, I give it a little ding here, 4 out of 5. So continuing with functionality here, let's look at the iOttie. So this one is an air vent mount. There's one clip on the back here. There's no really strengthening lever that you'll see on other models here. It just kind of goes on, uses the natural tension of the springs on that clip here, and again, attaches to your vent. Now, when it comes to functionality, it does well enough. The opening mechanism, while it does feel a bit cheap, it serves its purpose. Now, I honestly have to give it a big ding here because there's no lower feet for the phone to rest on. Because of that, of course, in my experience, gravity is going to do its thing here. So if you're driving on rougher roads, I'm driving here in Pittsburgh. So over time, I found that the angle of that phone is just going to get knocked down. And again, there's really nothing holding this phone steady other than those 2 horizontal closing arms here. I would have liked to seen resting feet as well, like a lot of other models have on this. And again, over time, I just don't feel as confident with this. And then remember, just build quality wise, it does feel like thinner, cheaper plastic. And because of those 2 things combined, I'm giving the iOttie a 3.5 out of 5 when it comes to functionality. I hope you're getting value in this video so far. If you are, can you drop me a like? And also, all of these products mentioned in this video today will be linked down below in the description. Okay, so now we're turning our attention to the Beam Electronics phone holder and addressing functionality. Now, when it comes to build quality here, I liked it a lot better than the iOttie. Now, most all of these phone holders, they are plastic, but it did have kind of a tightening mechanism on the back clip as well. So it doesn't just slide on, you can further tighten it with that. And I like this because there was more substantial arms on the side here. and there were the resting feet for the phone as well. Now, when it comes to functionality and actually holding the phone, the Beam Electronics, it did a good enough job here, but I found that some of these, the adjustments are slightly harder. I mean, if you need to change the angle for whatever reason, it is more difficult on this Beam Electronics. Now, that might not be too bad, especially if you find one angle that works for you. You just want to set it and forget it. Plus, that adds really to the durability of it not slipping and really changing and sliding on the angles here. But I am going to give it a slight knock here, 4 out of 5 when it comes to functionality. So now turning our attention to durability, let's go back to the WeatherTech Cupfone here. Now, WeatherTech, it's a trusted brand. It's assembled and made here in the United States. And again, I've used their floor mats here. And I mean, there's no clipping stress points like an air vent clip, right? There's no really gravity stress points. It's really just sitting in your cup holder. Build quality was fine, even though this is in essence another all plastic build. But the adjustment points, really the knobs on both angles seemed fine. And I did have faith that this was going to last over time, especially because, again, there's no really moving components here. So for that, the Cupfone gets a 5 out of 5 when it comes to durability. Now, the iOttie, when it comes to durability. Now, again, the first thing that I was really noticing with this is, again, the thinner plastic and making the adjustments. I'll say this, there's a mechanism at the bottom. You'll see it here. We squeeze that and it opens the arms. And then there's really a pressure piece here on the back plate that senses pressure and will close those arms on your phone. But those adjustment arms specifically, I didn't have a lot of faith that over time those wouldn't become brittle, they wouldn't break, and or they just wouldn't loosen over time. So for durability, I give the iOttie a 3.5 out of 5. So looking at the Beam Electronics phone holder here when it comes to durability. Again, build quality seemed pretty solid on this one. And I'll say that the side arms actually making contact with your phone, it seemed more secure. Whatever that was, kind of a soft rubber protecting the sides of the phone, continuing on the back plates, and on the lower feet as well. That did seem like it was quality, that it's not going to, let's say, peel off over time. Another all plastic build, of course, but I really wasn't worried about this one versus the iOttie. Only thing here is with these single point of contact vent clips, again, there's a clip on the back. There is that adjustment to the spring on this one, which is a good factor, but because of that, I feel like that may wear out over time, kind of similar to other models I've had in the past. But I do feel like regardless, this will last for a while here. So I'll give the Beam Electronics a 4 out of 5. So value for the money, how much do these cost? And again, is it worth it? So the WeatherTech Cupfone, currently at the time of filming this video, this retails for $45 on Amazon, and it is an Amazon's choice product as well. So when it comes to value, again, I feel like the durability, it's gonna last a while. Now, I'm not necessarily a huge fan of, I'll say, a few wasted pieces. Because again, there's different sized, cups here, depending on the size of your cup holder, of course. Now that's inevitable because you really need that to fit the cup holder. But really that super low point of view, looking all the way down to my cup holder for my phone, looking back up to the road versus, let's say, a vent mount or a dash mount or a windshield mount, if allowed in your state, I just found that that wasn't very safe, and this is the most expensive option as well. Now, if you rarely reference your phone, if you just want to have something in your vehicle that holds your phone, let's say, yes, you use it for GPS, or let's say you just use it for Bluetooth connectivity, radio, whatever. You just want to look at the home screen when notifications pop up. Just in general, if you're not going to reference your phone a lot, but you still want a phone holder, then yes, this might be worth it for you. When we look at the iOttie as far as value for the money, again, just bottom line, it feels more fragile. There's no bottom feet here. I'm not a big fan of this one over the long term. When it comes to durability, another 3 out of 5. So looking at the Beam Electronics when it comes to durability here, now, I feel like you really get a good amount for the money. The build quality, it's solid. I feel like the connection here, even though, again, it's just the one vent clip on the back, it's secure with that additional arm here. It has the bottom feet, and the adjustments, although sometimes tight, I feel like really it's more secure because of that. I feel pretty good that the value is there for the Beam Electronics. I'm giving it a 5. Now, definitely hang with me through the entire video. I'm going to give you my verdict on these products here, but I also want to give you a few bonus options. So with the Cupfone from WeatherTech, there's really minimal shake when driving. There's 100% security. I never felt this phone was going to fall out. And frankly, it really can't fall out based on the design here. The fit was fine. It's from a trusted brand. And again, if you're not going to reference it too much, if you don't mind the lower point of view, it might be for you. The iOttie might work for someone that doesn't really need something for a long-term use, let's say. If you don't plan on needing a phone holder for a while, the price is pretty fair here, then it might be a good fit. And surprisingly, the Beam Electronics is actually the cheapest option here at just $10. I mean, it makes a great gift, a stocking stuffer, or even just for you, again, if you're doing gig work here. And overall, it provides a solid package. 2 bonus options for you. I want to talk about a company that I've been using for another type of phone charger. So this is the VanMass dash and windshield mount. Now it's a little bit different here. This uses a suction cup. I've been using this one for the same amount of time, about 3 weeks now, and it is super strong attaching to my windshield or my dash. So let's say your vents don't work. You know, maybe the shape of the vent doesn't work for a standard vent mount. You don't want something like the Cupfone that's super low. Then get this VanMass dash and or windshield mount. That suction cup is super strong. And lastly, if you want a wireless charging option, because the ones that we detail in this video, it's really just standard phone holders. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. With all of these, you can actually charge your phone at the same time anyway. But if you don't want to worry about plugging your phone in, taking it out, especially, you know, if you're doing gig work, you might be in and out of your vehicle a lot, then I got this version from VanMass. It's their wireless car charger. So I simply plug in the phone holder to my DC or cigarette outlet here with an adapter, and I'll leave all these products linked down below in the description. And I simply put the phone in, it automatically closes on the phone, and a simple release as well. And again, minimal shake with this one. And this version actually almost has a cradle, kind of a brace as well. So you'll have the vent clip, but it also has a lower, again, kind of brace here that rests against the vent as well, really preventing any drooping or changing of the angle, and I love that. So feel free to post your questions on these products and more down below in the comments. Make sure to check out our Amazon storefront for even more gig accessory ideas. And if you did get value in this video, definitely drop me a like. And you can also click or tap screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you, and I'll see you in the next one.